The only way we can be fruitful and bring forth fruit is when we are planted. To be planted as a Christian means to abide at the feet of Jesus. To be planted as a Christian is to abide what? At the feet of Jesus. John chapter 8 and verse 31. And he said, John chapter 8 and verse 31. He said to the Jews that believe in him, he said, if any man continue in my word, he shall be my disciple indeed. If any man, he said to the Jews that believe in him, on him, he said, if you continue in my word, then you are my disciple. If you abide in my tutor, in my doctrine, if you abide in my presence, neglect not the garden of the brethren. And that is why you cannot become better after you have been in the church for a couple of years. You cannot, listen to me, no wise man, no wise woman here, the sound of our voice, who will stay in the church 2 times a week for 3 months and ye fall to the teachings and pray while your spiritual life will not grow. It will not be possible. Watch it. What if those people are going to key into this 40 days fasting and prayer until your spiritual life grows automatically? There is self-confidence you have in your prayer. Self-confidence you have in your prayer. Knowledge empowers a man's confidence. Knowledge empowers our confidence. 1 John chapter 5 and verse 14. He said, this is the confidence that we have in him, that anytime we ask anything according to his will, he heareth it. This is the confidence. The confidence comes by right information. The confidence comes by right information. Now listen to me. No tree is permitted to bring fruit until he take root on ground. The confidence. The reason why you say, get thee behind me, Satan. And Satan get thee behind you because you have been planted. The authority is confirmed on you. Now all those tomorrow, everybody is your pastor. You go to this fellowship on Wednesday, you go here, you go here, you go here. You cannot accommodate knowledge. This one say, kill. This life, don't trust anybody. Oh. Don't trust anybody. How did you grow in business when you don't trust anybody? This life, be careful of men. Oh. Be careful of men. Oh. It is not a today thing. How to study, how to walk with men. He knew men. He did not give himself to them. He knew men. John chapter 2 and verse 24, 25. He knew men and he did not give himself. So learn the mystery of knowing men. He said, if you don't know men, you will fight men. He said to them, beware of men. Because he knew men. And it comes by knowledge, it comes by transformation. It comes by knowledge and it comes by what? Transformation. 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 Many of us cannot endure temptation when things becomes bad because you are not planted. Now listen to me. Trees, the Bible says we are the tree of righteousness. The Bible, if you watch the scriptures, shall be like a tree planted in the rivers of water. It did not say crops. There is a difference between tree and crops. Trees are not transplanted, but crops can be transplanted. You can transplant banana, you can transplant plantain, but you can't transplant trees. And that is why you are not doing well with your walk with God. You choose to transplant yourself. You must take root and you must prosper. Trees are not transplanted. You can't transplant tree. You can't transplant tree. You can't transplant tree. And you must take root. You are not crops. So be planted. Grow your knowledge with God. No matter what comes to you, don't change. Stay where you are and fight it. You see, in the book of James chapter 1 and verse 12, he said, blessed is a man that endureth temptation. It takes knowledge to endure. It takes knowledge to endure. It takes knowledge to endure. Blessed is the man, James chapter 1 and verse 12, blessed is the man that endureth temptation. When he's tried, the Bible says he will receive a crown thereof. He will receive a crown. A crown. The Lord has what? Has promised to him, to them that loveth him. A crown that is going to receive is given to those who the Lord has promised them that loveth him. He's going to receive the crown. The reason why Jesus endured in the book of Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 2, he said, look up to Jesus, the author and the finisher of our faith, which for the joy that set before him, he endured the cross. He endured what? The cross. He endured it. The joy that said he endured, despising the shame, and he sit at the right hand at the right hand of the throne of the Father. Why? For we to come into a place, we must be planted. Jesus was planted. Planted. Stop gallivanting up and down. Make up your mind with God. Make up your mind with God. Create time for God. Listen to me. Grow spiritually. Grow spiritually. When men say there is a casting down, you will say there is a lifting up. Now it's a mere confession until you take root in him. Now it is a mere confession. No weapon formed against me. It's a mere confession until you take root with him. When you are speaking, you know what you are talking about. When you say to the devil, get thee behind me, he knew who are you. Don't a mere temptation toss you up and down. Take root in God. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the good God deliver them from them all. Don't allow financial crisis. Don't allow the petty things to chase you away from God. Stand for God. Say, I made up my mind for God and nothing changed me. Many of you have the adage in Benin that you can't put your eggs in one basket. You have juju in your house, you have things in your house, you have things. There was a lady that came last time. I saw the lady, I was very sure. In one place like that, big tin, juju water. You want to do everything. That's why you have a problem you can't solve. Because you don't know where your problem is coming from. You enter river, you enter Chennai, you enter everywhere. So when the time of your disaster will come, it will completely destroy you. Then we don't know where it's coming from. We don't know where it's coming from. Nobody will find peace with God by sharing his God. Yes. In the book of Psalm chapter 5 and verse 11, he said, let them rejoice that put their trust in God, not juju, not in river God, not in tree. Let them rejoice that put their trust in God. Let them shout for joy, for the Lord defended them. The Lord defended them. The Lord defended them. You cannot hold on to God and trust God without God defends you. No matter the attacks of the enemy, he defended them. Ezra chapter 13 and verse 21. The Bible says in the day he leaded them in a pillar of cloud. In the night a pillar of fire. No day nor by day. They did not stop. They continue moving. They continue moving. The Lord was with them. And the Lord in the midst of his people was mighty. Please, learn to put trust in God. Believe in God. And stop all those cream and soap and all dirty things you are doing. Believe God. Be planted in God. If God cannot do, forget it. God is a lifter of men. God can bless you. And the only way to be fruitful in God is to be planted in God. Praise God.